10 seconds. It's time.
Let's call the meeting to order and rise to say the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call.
Rod. Here. Nicole.
Here.
Dave. Here. Carolyn.
Here.
Deb.
Here. Anybody have any comments from the audience? George?
I want a special thanks to Kevin Steins, Kurt Bornbach, and Casey Clark for doing all they did. Get the trucks, the trucks DOT inspected, but they weren't fit to be on the road, by understanding. How in the world, you know, you could sit there with a truck with a check engine light on and not do nothing about it, worry about your hostile work environment. Anyhow, I want to thank them guys for doing all that.
Anybody else? Approval of town board meeting minutes from November 11th.
I move to approve the town board meeting minutes from November 11th, 2024.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of minutes for November 17th.
Move to approve.
Yes. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Reports. Dorothy.
They're relatively quiet. Planning Commission.
Our Board of Adjustment, our next meeting schedule is not until February.
Right, but we do have one that's gonna be on the docket, it's your number 10. That will be discussed, I don't know if you want to do it now or if you'd like to do it in
Yeah.
order.
Need a motion?
I move to move the Bloom CSM to reports by Dorothy, or right under reports by Dorothy.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay,
Okay.
the situation there is numbers are wrong on
Correct.
what Tim had sent out. Okay, we were told to begin with that the county had approved it, okay? Well, they didn't. And they're sending it back to Tim Breland because some of the numbers on there are incorrect. So we need to make a motion to send that back to the planning commission.
Well, I move to send the Bloom CSM back to Planning Commission.
Second.
Any discussion?
I will be abstaining from that because it is a relative.
Okay.
What numbers are wrong?
I don't know, what did they
It's
say?
the right-of-ways, the survey markers. Dave Decker's got a list.
That's where the old railroad right away was in there?
I barely saw it. It was supposed to have come to an email, but in the email, my address is wrong. Mr. Breland does have my correct email, so I never got it. And Frontier seems to be down today.
It's right next to the right-of-way.
That's right,
But yeah, he sent it back to Tim to get it corrected.
Okay.
We got a motion on the table, correct?
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed?
I abstain.
Abstentions?
Well, I'm just for justice.
Yeah. Motion carried. Anything else, Dorothy? Dorothy? Anything else? Nope. Okay. For highway, I talked to the insurance company, and the guys who want to donate hours, that's fine, but they have to be punched in and then donate them afterwards. Otherwise, if something happens, because everybody wants to, well, I'll donate my time, and which is fantastic, but they have to be punched in. Otherwise, if something happens, they're not covered by insurance. So that one I have taken care of. Took 2 trucks down to Rigs and Wrenches, and there was a little bit wrong with them on the International, the bill came in at 1,800, and I don't think that one's done yet, is it, Rod?
The international should be done, it's the Freightliner that's
The
not done.
Freightliner?
Yeah.
Well, that bill came in at, the Freightliner's one that doesn't have any power right now, am I correct? That one came in at 1483.03. So we got those two bills to pay, plus what's ever coming up beyond that.
Did they get back to you?
On the price for,
Yes.
no, not yet.
Okay.
I haven't got a price from them on that yet, or the grader. So I'm waiting on those. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from them, but I think they were doing inventory for 3 days or something.
That was Monroe for the
Okay.
hydraulics.
Okay. The hydraulics on what, the grader?
No, it would have been for the
The flow
sanders.
restrictor
Oh,
for the
oh, the
salt.
flow restrictors, yeah.
There
Okay.
should be an
Salt.
office.
Yeah. But then there was something with, which one? The Freightliner, isn't that check engine light still on? And there was
Yes.
something with,
But they said that there was parts,
They got parts.
You got
they
your email
ordered
now.
Fuel rail and some injectors and a few other parts for the engine, so that'll take care of the check engine light once they get the parts in.
okay, so they got them ordered already.
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
They're supposed to call you when they either got a number or they come in.
Okay, like I said, I haven't heard anything from them, so as soon as that stuff comes in, we'll get that straightened around. Man is done, and I did get the certificate, John, so I'll send that to you from the, engineer. And, yeah, and they did come out and they checked it every quarter mile, and it does meet all the standards. So, that's where it's at.
the compaction of the shoulder also.
Evidently, he said it's a complete project.
What was the date that they went out on that? Was it after it froze?
But
Yes.
I don't know. I'm
Well,
sure-
I've seen cars drive off the edge, and as soon as they're off the blacktops, it's sinking in, it's not compacted like it should have been.
I got to find it in the history. I'll send it to you now,
Okay.
because I don't know exactly what date it was. It was one day this last week.
Because we're gonna end up in spring and having to address the shoulders on the, I mean, obviously everything's froze right now, so there's nothing we can do to.
Oh, there's nothing you can do to it now. Yeah, I got the engineering certificate, because that has to be sent in with, for the reimbursement. And then he's got a spiel in here, so, did you want to read that?
Yeah, he doesn't say anything about, he measured the distances, but nothing about the compaction.
But it does say, thanks, let me know if you need anything else.
And we got the bill.
Oh, yeah, we got the bill,
The bill.
yeah. And then I think the retainer on that is what, 62,000 that we hold back? So, but we didn't pay that this time, we're gonna wait till the end of the year. Because we were waiting for the certification and
Yeah.
all that good stuff, so. Otherwise, that's about it for me. Oh, great.
So then there would be time to contact the company that did anything with the compaction. If they
Right,
measured it also, okay.
because we're still gonna be holding 62,000 anyway, so even after we pay this second, and it came in less than the bid, wasn't it?
Yeah, about like $2,000.
Yeah.
What was it, 592?
No,
92
Total
was
was
the engineer's bid.
1.222, and I think that the bill came in at 1.22.
Zero.
No, I mean what our balance was.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. 592 sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So in that ballpark, yeah.
And then you take the 62 off of that?
So I have an email into Skylar from Earth. She hasn't responded back to me yet, so that's part of why we haven't paid the bills, because I don't know what to pay. It's not a general invoice saying pay this amount. It says
Mhm.
it's like this COT form, I think, that they say, okay, this is the work completed, and isn't that another thing, retainage, I don't, so I'm not quite sure.
The
But I'll-
retainer is for if we have any problems, like the shoulders or.
And I'm not sure how long the retainer gets, so when I get word from her, I'll let you guys know how long the retainer is supposed to be kept. Because I would imagine that once it gets certified, then you're supposed to remit everything, that they're all done. So, I'll follow up with her and have more information by the next meeting.
Okay.
All right, otherwise that's pretty much all I got. Till we get down to the grader. Rod, library,
Nothing really.
buildings and grounds, Nicole?
So we had a broken toilet that's been now fixed, so that's good. We have a lot of rentals coming up this month and beginning of January, so it will be busy over there. I did talk about a quote last month when we got together from Merit Electric. When I told you guys the numbers, I actually thought it was $292, and they came back and it said, no, it's $282. So,
$10?
yeah, it was off by $10. So I just need approval for this, for Debbie to sign it, so that way they can install the lights. It's exactly what I talked about last month when we met. It's just, this is the contract.
So you need a motion?
I move to have the Merit Electric contract signed by Debbie for the changing of the existing soffit lights and put in ceiling fans in the pavilion.
You get a second?
I'll second it for discussion.
Okay, what's the discussion?
Just that, is it,
I just need it signed, and then they'll do it.
okay,
That's it.
so then.
And that was the cheapest bid.
Yes,
That was the cheapest bid,
out of the two.
okay.
Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
So John, can you email this, once it's signed, and a copy of our tax exempt form to Merit?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Daisy, here you go.
So other than that, that's all I have. Oh, I actually have one more thing. Do you guys want me to bring back what other townships charge for their pavilion rentals? Because we are significantly cheaper, it seems like, than everybody else. Just seems, I haven't, this is just talking to
I
people.
think Town and Day, what do they choose? They start out-
150.
They start out at 200 and give you 50 back, am I correct? Yeah.
I don't know if that's something you guys want me to look into or not.
I think so, it's been quite a while since we've done anything with it.
Mhm.
And then do we also want to consider looking into letting people who don't live in the township rent it?
We can discuss it.
I think it's good though to still have a representative, you know, a connection to the McMillan. I think
I mean, we can.
well, that's the way it's always been, and it's just, you know, it's,
Well, there was a reason for that too, because if there was any vandalism or anything else, you had some leverage.
yes,
Because
yes.
you could put it, you know, if they didn't pay it, you could go back to the people that sponsored them,
Right,
you know, on their taxes at least. So we've never had an issue where we had to do anything even close to that, so.
And we could always charge more for people who are non-residents.
Yeah, that I could do too.
I think it should just stay the way it is, that's,
Well, we'll put it on the agenda because I know we want to discuss it, so. Anything else, Nicole?
No, but Dorothy has a question.
What?
I was gonna say, I think it should remain kind of the way it is, because this is our town's park. And once you start renting it out to others, the locals probably won't get in there to rent it, because somebody else will have it booked for a wedding for 3-4 days. It was set up as a community park and a pavilion.
Well, bring in your A game.
Okay. That's all I have.
All right, garbage and recycling day.
Donna, you got the bill for the last portion, correct? The numbers?
Will be on the taxes?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we did, the other question I had for you was, The new ones that went on in the last year, those are all up to date.
We got everything up to date, we were missing 6, but, for the grand total number that she sent us.
Right,
John, 792 was the total, last year we were at 708, low 80s. 777 or 5 or something like that. So yes, I think they're all on. 2 of them are ours, of the 6 that we couldn't locate, 2 of them are ours. 2 we've already located and put on, because we have garbage over there, and we have garbage over here.
yeah.
I don't think the shop does, do they? You guys put out garbage, or is that in?
Garbage recycling, we put out recycling.
Separate from what's here at the town
No,
hall?
no, there's one dumpster or one of the recycle bins that we
Yeah.
have for the
Okay.
town
So it's
hall
combined.
and garage and all of that. And then we have one
Right.
for the,
So that left us with 2 more, and I think they're those new houses next to Donnie Reuter, there's one, right?
Right,
Crawl
coming in.
Square. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay,
When the bills come in, I'll have to go through them and look.
And you're adding the extra recycling container on the tax bill, right?
Yes, if you have one, then I have a line.
Okay.
If it was reported to me, we write them down, and make a copy so that we can correct it when we put them on. If we weren't, John or myself were not notified that somebody approved one, I'm hoping people are honest. But
Yeah.
it's $20 for the year, so.
Because people are able to just call Waste Management and get a
Yeah.
second bin.
And they
because-
don't let you know.
Right,
Yeah.
but they pay it directly.
Oh,
So they
okay.
set up a thing, because I tried to get one before the town allowed it, and they were gonna charge me $20 a month. I told them to pound sand, I'll just throw my recycling in the trash, you know? I'm trying to be a good dude and recycle,
right.
you know, so,
Now he has one,
The-
that's
yeah.
a second.
yeah, and it's on my tax bill, so.
Yeah, it is.
The waste management situation is kind of
Yeah,
complicated.
Yeah.
they are
Like the
complicated.
communication on some of it.
Yeah.
Anybody else having problems? Okay.
so is just so I get it clear, is the town hall paying for garbage also then?
We do both well,
Because if we're doing, I mean, the thing is we're not, neither the fire department nor here are we doing anything for garbage. Our garbage is the dumpster over there. And if we're paying for bins for garbage,
it's not separated.
I would say that it's unclear.
Yeah, I don't know what you put out there.
And
I'm not sure.
Chad,
well, I know it's going out. It's,
You know-
it's what we're,
But when the bill comes to us, it's a combined garbage and recycle, or refuge and recycle. So I can't separate that out, as that there's only that being picked up. It's combined, it's a one bill.
Can't we just use the dumpster though? Do we need that?
Yeah, absolutely, they can use the dumpster.
So then,
But
but
we're
I'm
looking at the number count, that's what he asked me about. So I'm
But I'm
talking about the
wondering-
totals.
but what do you
So-
want to do with the recycling?
If you put in the recycling now, it's considered another
Yeah.
pickup.
as far as I know, we're getting the dumpster for free, so it's one of those things where we're just like, if
Don't
we're
say
paying for the bin, or we're getting a dumpster,
We took on that responsibility because
so,
they have not been charging us for that for quite some time, so we just zipped it.
that's my understanding, like I said, I
In
don't
other
know,
words,
the whole
don't
thing
tell
is,
the
the whole thing is
pound sand.
complicated, and,
Yes,
you know,
Yeah.
I
and
don't feel like,
they've had management change over down there and stuff too, and I don't think the bus handles look great.
and I don't think that Waste Management gives enough respect to small towns like us, because we're just small potatoes, they just focus on the city, and they're just like, whatever, you know, I don't know what Chad's coverage area is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's multiple cities and then a bunch of small towns, so he's
His
just like,
address is Weston.
yeah, so he's probably just like, get off my back, small towns, you know,
Mhm.
I don't need to give you the
So we
service,
just
so,
left it alone.
Okay,
yeah.
I got it.
Well, as long as we're reasonable on the deal, I mean, it was just if we were paying full rate on one, then.
Oh, because we're not paying anything.
Yeah, so at the end, I think we're getting a good
Beat
deal,
the sleeping dog line.
yeah,
Yeah.
paying for a bin and getting a
Dumpster.
dumpster.
And nobody has to set it out, it's there for them ready to take, and, I
Mhm.
mean,
Yep.
it's definitely a win.
That's all I have.
Okay, policies and procedures, Carolyn.
Nothing?
Newsletter, nothing on that one. Ordinances, Nicole.
Nothing.
Lori, Fire Department.
Since our last board meeting, we had 5 EMS calls, 1 motor vehicle accident, and 2 false alarms. I need approval to purchase 2 radios and 2 pagers for the GNR grant. I need approval tonight so I can at least get them ordered.
How much are they?
The total amount is $4,083.
That'll come out of next year's budget?
Correct. I just need approval to send a letter back saying, yes, please order these for me, otherwise I'm not gonna have it back in time for my DNR inspection.
Okay. We get a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve your
Are
4,000, whatever.
are those, weren't there pagers and stuff on this one? In this check one?
Shouldn't have been. Let's check.
Where are you buying from, Northway?
Yep,
That one would be 910.
there shouldn't have been a bill for pagers or radios, because I haven't ordered them.
I mean, I got a bill from you, from Northway, for $910 for Minotaur 7 VHF 5 channel.
Hold on to that, don't pay that, because that's part of what I need to get approved tonight. So
So that's part of the 4,000.
Yes,
It's check number 20421.
and I didn't realize when I sent it over. I thought that was the quote that he gave me that I was sending.
So what was the number again?
20421, oh, number of the bill.
$4,083.
4,000?
Yep,
So,
83.
so Northway and McQueen?
not Queen, that's different. Northway Communications, pagers and radios.
What's McQueen?
McQueen is our SCBA's.
Okay.
I don't know. It's, do SCBA's get charged? McQueen is a MSA G1 charging
Right, that's
station,
another,
6 bank
that's another charging base with 6 batteries
for
for
SCBA.
2% dues for SCBA's.
And then 6 MSA G1 lithium battery packs.
Correct, that goes along for 2% dues along with the battery charger. And those are both for SCBA's for 2% dues.
Okay.
So hang on to the Northway, do not pay that, because that's part of what I'm
Part of
asking for
this.
tonight.
Okay. We got a motion on the table, or do we vote on that?
No, I think I interrupted before motion we got made.
Okay, so we need a motion.
I made a motion to approve the purchase of the 2 pagers.
And radios, two
And
radios. Do we need to call it out of the 2025 budget?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah,
We get a second?
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
What was the total amount?
$4,083. And that will come out of 2025.
Correct. One individual is completing his Officer 1. For EMS, we'll be doing our skills recertification for the medical director this month. The FAP grant, which is a funding assistance program for all EMS in the state, we submitted that. Just waiting to find out how much we get back. Community education, it's National Impaired Driving Month. Please see our Facebook page for more information.
Anybody have any questions for Lori?
Not for Lori, but John, are we gonna void that check out and then pay the full amount on the check in January?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not,
like only,
okay, so I'm gonna write void on this one, that's,
Yeah.
sure.
That'd be the
Okay.
what number is that in? Dave?
Let's see. We received a voluntary invoice from the Wisconsin Town Association, the Town Advocacy Council, for $261.13 for 6 months. They're switching to a July 1 to June 30th invoicing schedule to align with the regular Wisconsin Town Association invoicing schedule. I looked back in our records, we were a member of the Town Advocacy Council in 2018 and 2019, but have not been since. We
Is that
received,
more of a donation for the political party?
I think it's for, like, yeah, to pay for lobbying, I think.
Yeah.
So,
And what was that? How much was that?
$261.13 for January through June.
For 6
29th,
months.
yeah. We received 3 open records requests, and I responded to 3 open records requests, and we received 1 sanitary permit that was issued on County Road E. That's all I have for that.
Checks to approve?
Yes, I've got the updated checklist in your packet there. You'll see the loan payment is there, 241102 to Associated Bank, that's coming out on an automatic monthly basis.
Did you add the 3 checks on that you emailed us about?
Yes,
Because I don't have that on my list.
What was that number, John?
241102.
It's an ACH.
The 10,600.
Oh,
It's on the AC, yeah, on the bottom. The ACH is on the bottom.
There, okay,
You
excellent.
got it?
Yep.
so I move to approve the checks, 20391 to 20431, excluding 20421, which was just talked about with Lori. And then also the transactions of ACHs for 241101 through 241110.
Can we get a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
Employers mutual, is that,
That's the workers' comp.
okay, that's what I thought.
Insurance.
And we have our insurance premium in here too.
For 20,423.
Yeah.
Is that's Horton, right?
That's it?
Horton, Marshall Insurance, but it's Horton.
Yeah, I know, it's in your packet,
Right.
so. And that one only went up, what did you say, $3 total?
Yeah, I think it was $3 on one and $98 on the other one. I don't remember which way it went.
Which was which, huh?
I know they did change some of the coverage a little bit. They seem to, and we'll get into that when we,
Get to it.
yeah. So,
Yeah, he said, the fire department went up $3. Oh wait, no, the town premium went up $3 and the fire department went up $98. He said the general insurance market is, experiencing increases in the 10 to 15% range, so we should consider ourselves very lucky. He said there's a change in the, oh, I guess, never mind. But we can talk about this on the next one.
when we get on the next one.
Sorry.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, next item. Budget and actual. Do we need to change anything at this point, John?
I'd say, total line item 5100, general government, page 3 of 6. It's showing that it's in the negative by $6,300. As you can see, line item 51910, illegal taxes refunds.
Okay, that's what's in there.
That's what's causing us to be
Okay.
over budget. So if we just put the budget, increase the budget for the expenses there, and then also on the revenue
To
side,
cancel that out.
yeah, that'll get us back into a good budget with a little bit of cash remaining left in that line item to finish out the year.
So we need a motion to move that money to the budget.
I make a motion to do that.
Can we get a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Any discussion? Is that the only place, John?
Yeah,
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I know I'm going backwards here a little bit, but on our minutes for November 17th, it says that I was absent.
I could really jump on that one.
Yeah, it does say that.
And I believe that we were all here, so.
Yeah. Top of the page.
Yeah, so, if somebody wants to make a motion,
To correct that,
yeah, to amend the minutes,
So moved.
okay.
and we need a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. All right, bank reconciliation, John?
Do you have it in front of you?
Mhm.
We'll have one more meeting, right, this month?
Yeah,
Right.
Okay. Because we should move some things.
oh yeah, that'll be the next task.
Yeah.
But I think if we can leave that money sit and draw interest for as long as we possibly can,
Well, then we'll just rename it then, because ARPA's done.
what's it,
ARPA
ARPA?
has to be adjusted, right? We put it in all into the one, like,
Mhm.
just highway, or what we're gonna call it, something different.
Yes.
That's,
And ARPA might not be the name on the bank account, like that's just for
That's
my
where the
own
funds
thing, like
came
it's just,
yeah, I don't wanna fool the public either. I don't want them to know
The
that.
ARPA funds were already used.
They are
Yeah.
been allotted,
Mhm.
or whatever, however you wanna call it. So yes, that's money for next year as well.
So they have to, is that accounted for? Does somebody else have to know about that?
I've already submitted our stuff to the federal government,
That
so
was
we're,
last April.
yeah, we're all closed out, we're good to go there, and I've got records of it. That process was, quite a mess to get through. I can't imagine how other small towns are navigating that, because it's really, really quite
Yes.
difficult.
Yeah,
To get all, you have to get specific usernames and get into things, it's just a lot of hoops to jump through
It's
for
government.
small places, you know.
I understand. That's why I asked the question.
So, yeah, we're good there. I think it sounds reasonable to consolidate all of these
Highway ones, sure.
other funds, into one, as long as we get it into one of the money markets that's generating some
Yeah,
good interest.
to me, just so you know, in the tax fund, it's pretty high yet, but that's the balance of those, we normally clear that out completely so that that money can be, I can start putting taxes in there.
Mhm.
So then we start, for the first of the year. So that one too is the balance of that,
Loan?
yes, the loan. So that one too go into the highway or however you want, I don't care how you name it, so think about that too.
Well, that's gonna help pay for our last payment.
Then we'll have to move it.
We should name it fund balance,
And
because I think that that's the appropriate terminology for it.
want to
and
know
then,
specifics, okay?
And then when you bring it into the budget to actual, you say fund balance applied. As, and you can put it in as revenue.
However you wanna do it.
And if any interest that's in there will go then to the interest, the category that he has for the interest dividends. So we'll, at the next meeting, we'll have that all.
Mhm.
You won't get a report like this, but we'll
We'll
have it
have
all
that.
organized.
Right.
Once we pay this bill, and at that time, we're gonna pay the bill and.
Yeah, I figure by the end of the year,
Yeah,
if we hear everything from Skylar and all that good stuff.
correct. So
Because we
then we'll-
can't apply for
Right,
any reimbursement, I think it all has to be paid
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
before we can apply for any reimbursement from the state.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't want, this is out there, I just want people to think that we haven't taken care of those ARPA funds and all that stuff, that's
Mhm.
all been done, but we just need to
yeah, that was done
rename.
April.
Okay. And then as far as transfers, what's the total? 'Cause
I think we're probably in good shape. We have $174,000 in the bank checking account right now, and the checks were only $74,000.
Yeah,
I mean, if you wanted to, you can move, whatever,
we can do
$50,000.
everything at
It's
one
only gonna
time.
be for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
it's worth it to do
Right.
that,
And
but,
then,
you know.
we'll balance the park one, because that one has to get transferred yet.
Yeah, we'll get it all done for our final meeting for the year. All right. Alright. New business, 2025 insurance renewal.
So as I was saying, the rates came in good. He said the change in coverage for the town is an 8% increase to the property limits. I don't really know what that means.
Buildings.
Okay. Let's see, what else did he say?
I'm pretty sure that's where it went, into buildings.
Yeah, he also said the fire department property limits are going up 8%. A $5,000 property wind and hail deductible, where our standard property deductible is $2,500. They added a roof limitation endorsement to the fire department. I let them know that the shed had a new roof, so they're going to remove that limitation.
They're all jumping on the bandwagon with that wind and hail crap.
And he said, he did say that this is all in line with what other insurers are doing, so this is just how the market's moving.
Less insurance for more money.
Yeah, and that's about all he said.
I move to approve the 2025 insurance renewal for both the fire department and the town of McMillan.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Are these the two statements I have to sign?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here I have some non-state ones.
Non-state events?
Do we have any representatives here from Snow Runners?
He was going to be here. Anybody from Snow Runners?
Okay,
Then we're gonna have to table him. But anyway,
I was just thinking moving it up if he was here, but.
yeah, well, I was
Not
looking
here.
for Kurt and Corey too. They were gonna show up and they didn't either, so. For the parcel combination. All right, we need to set the caucus date.
What date are you thinking?
I think it historically happens prior to the January board meeting. And I also think that statutorily they recommend January 21st. But it can happen anywhere between January 1st and 21st, I think.
The 13th is your next meeting.
What is
January
it?
13th, January 13th.
So historically, it occurs on,
We usually have it at 6 o'clock.
at 6 o'clock on that day,
Yeah.
and then that all happens, and then we just move into the board meeting.
At 6 p.m.
So, I move to set the 2025 caucus date for January 13th at 6
Second.
p.m.
Second it.
Any discussion? I have a question. Do we just want the meeting to follow?
You're right.
Instead
Yeah,
of
can we say that
the-
instead of-
instead of the recess?
Yeah.
Otherwise we sit here for.
Why don't we start the meeting at 6:30? If it runs a little over, we can just say regular board meeting to follow.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Do it at 6:30, not 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need a motion for that?
Yeah.
Or, okay. I move
No,
to,
Donna, wait, what did you just say?
I just asked if she wanted to start the caucus at, or the board.
The
The
caucus at
caucus is
6:30.
at 6.
No, we're gonna
Or
start at
6:30.
She's switching
Okay.
it to 6:30.
Okay.
And then
You
the
are.
meeting to follow.
Follow,
Okay.
yes, okay.
So,
Otherwise, you sit here.
I amend my motion to reflect at 6:30
Yeah.
instead of 6.
There you go.
And then we need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, set date for the 2024 year end meeting. Okay.
So when do you want to do that?
Want to do it before Christmas or after?
I'm leaving town on the 21st and I will be back on the evening of the 26th.
And I will be gone the 26th through the
What's gonna
28th.
work for you, John?
We still have the
Not at
30th
all.
and the 31st.
Well, he's got checks to get out and all that good stuff, and they have to have that stuff in the mail, and there's still a process, you know, to get that done. So they need a few days after the meeting in order to get it done.
Shouldn't be too many checks. Could we do it the 30th? That's a
You
Monday.
got payroll
Payroll.
for for fire department, for plan commission, they've been starving all year.
Yeah, as long as the information gets to me soon enough, I think the 30th would work. I could work on the weekend and get all the checks ready to go.
Yeah.
Because John, I could have the fire department payroll to you, by the 23rd, which is that Monday.
So you
Okay.
wanna do the 30th? On a Saturday?
No, that's
That's
a,
28th.
that's a Monday.
Oh, I'm on the wrong flipping month, I'm sorry. All right, that's a Monday.
Are we able to do it earlier by any chance? I mean, I think, well,
Like
most
the
of us are
20th or something,
on the,
19th?
no, like earlier in the day on the 30th.
Oh,
Oh, I don't care.
I
To me,
think,
it don't matter.
I don't care.
because I have off that day.
Holy cow,
Yeah.
I didn't know you worked.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I have to work until noon that day.
So I was thinking if we could do it earlier, that might be easier if possible.
2 o'clock? What about you, John?
Yeah, let me check. My
Yeah.
Well, the key people that need to be here.
And you're good?
I don't have my schedule with me right now for that day. The 30th?
It's a Monday.
Yeah, but they're collecting taxes,
Oh,
so I'll either, I wish I had it with me, I don't.
You got it up in the office?
Yeah, I think so. Yes. I just don't remember offhand, I don't wanna tell you the wrong thing. So it doesn't matter, I guess.
So it looks like 2 p.m. would be fine with me.
okay.
2.
Okay, so I move to set the last meeting of the year for December 30th at 2 p.m. Central Time.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, employee Christmas gifts. What do we want to do there?
Christmas isn't coming this year.
John, what did you get last year?
Let me bring it up.
Well, how many do we have?
Oh my God. 4, 5. Five for highway, 3 for the park. Right?
And then John and Don,
John and Donna.
so 10?
Yep.
Last year, Trevor got $50, Lori got $50, Rod got $100,
That's right, Lori was mowing.
Gene got $50,
Yeah.
Dave got
You did
$50,
this year, did you? No.
Pat got $250, I got $150, Donna got $150.
Jean?
Jean's no longer with us.
Oh,
Pat's no longer with us. So what do you wanna do?
What did you, Lori?
Well, she didn't mow this last year, she did the year before,
Oh,
okay? So, that's why. So we got 5 highway people, all part-time. Am I correct? We got Cody, Kurt, Kevin, you, and Larry, right?
and how much?
I don't know, what what do you wanna give them?
I thought you had said something, I just didn't.
I figured John and Donna, we could give them 150
50
each,
each, yeah.
just like we did last year. That's just my thought.
Last year you gave the part-timers 50, right? Isn't that what you said? 50, he said last year.
It's 250, right? That's 250 for highway.
That's what you want, is 50 for each one of them?
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, they're not really a whole year. I mean,
Well, but they came in at a bad time. I would say for the 5 highway guys, even like with Larry, he came in and graded, he did us a favor. I would go 75 for each one of them, and 50 for the 3 on the park.
I think that makes sense. Can we make it though, that it's
They actually
actual
get a $50
dollar,
check.
yeah, not taxes taken out of it, so then it's like $43 and some odd cents or whatever it was.
So you're adding the social security
Yeah.
here. You divide by .9235, and they'll give you the total, and it should come out to, and then just take the federal and state off of there if it does compute.
Okay.
So, and it's just the social security and Medicare, all right?
So I move to give John and Donna $150 for their Christmas gift
Combined,
apiece. And then the highway part-time workers, $75 apiece. And then the 3 part-time park employees, $50 apiece. Do you want me to say everybody's name for each one so we have that recorded?
No, that's fine. So, because I'm gonna put them in names in the minutes. The 3 part-timer for the parks are Trevor, Andrew, and
Caleb.
Caleb. Okay. And 50 for them?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got the motion as to give the following Christmas gifts, net, so the check will be
Right.
this amount. John, 150, Donna, 150, Cody, 75, Kurt, 75, Rod, 75, Larry, 75, Casey, 75, Trevor, 50, Andrew, 50, Caleb, 50.
Not
Casey.
Casey,
Kevin.
Cody.
Kevin,
Or
Oh.
Cody, yeah.
Kevin. Okay, sorry.
so you got Larry,
Oh, wasn't
Rod,
Ron part of that also?
Yes.
we have,
Is it
Ron
his
was
name?
part of that.
yeah, so you got Larry, Rod, Kevin, Kurt, Cody,
Yeah.
okay, am I right?
Did you say Kevin?
Kevin?
I have Kevin on now. I took Casey off and put Kevin on.
There's a lot of C's, that's.
You got Kurt, you got Kevin, you got Rod, okay? You got Larry, you got Cody.
Yeah.
Casey should have been under mowing.
Should I-
Not a town employee.
We contract him.
Yeah, he's subcontractor. All right, so we have a motion on the table, correct?
Yeah, I do not have a second.
We need a second. Anybody?
Second.
I will be abstaining from this one, obviously, again.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Abstain.
Motion carried. All right. Approve the 2025 budget. I would like to move that because
Where would you like to move it?
To the next meeting.
Out
to
of
the next
town.
meeting, out of town is right. The next meeting, or January meeting, one of the two, I'm getting numbers yet for the grader, okay, to get that fixed. And also, I think we need to hire somebody, so we know what we're gonna do. So, I need those numbers too.
So I move to approve the 2025 budget to the next meeting, once numbers are available.
Okay. Can we get a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Stratford Snow Runners, is there anybody here? So I suppose we gotta table that one until the next meeting. Can we get a motion?
Move to table until they attend a meeting.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Kurt and Corey Weigel, they want a parcel combination. They have an application. And I don't know if anybody looked at it yet. I can explain to you what it is. See if I find it here. Pretty basic. All they're doing, okay, here,
Oh, wait a minute.
it's in there. It's basically the same thing.
Right
Okay.
here.
They're taking this line out, okay? And they're gonna make this one parcel instead of two.
Is this something that will go to the plan commission now?
No, this
No?
don't need to.
You see,
But right here,
take this
they're
line.
taking this line out, right
So
here.
they're combining
Make
lot
this.
1 and 2?
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
Okay.
How many total acres will it be?
It'll go up to what, 4 or something, Dorothy?
Pardon?
It'll go up to like 4 acres or whatever the heck it is.
4.031, right?
Yeah, whatever the two parcels combined are. So we need a motion to approve that.
Is 3 even a buildable lot?
Pardon me?
Is lot 3 even a buildable lot?
Should be. Well, I don't know if it's buildable because there's a lot of wetlands on
That's what I
there.
was looking at.
But they're not looking at to do that.
Yeah,
Just
What they-
1 and 2.
Just 1 and 2 is what they want to combine. And what they want to do is combine those lots, and they want to put an assisted living over there, and they need a minimum of 3 acres. So that's why they want to combine the two. So this, if they get everything to go through the process, and that's what their plan is.
And they bought, that includes lot 3, correct?
They own all of them.
Oh,
But it doesn't, that's not part of what the combination was. You
No,
said
it's
just 1 and 2.
Right. That's all they're looking at.
Yeah. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the,
Parcel combination
um,
application.
the applic,
It's the parcel combination application. That's what we're.
okay, all right, for lot 1 and 2.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. So,
How much are these tires, Debbie?
give me
Hang
just a
on.
second.
strap yourself in.
What's that?
I said strap yourself in.
Yeah.
Been
I
chomping at
think
the
their
bit.
copies are in there, aren't they?
yeah.
All right, John, they're gonna need this. When you give this to Corey, I don't know if they'll call me or if they're gonna come in and get it or what they're gonna do. They'll need the address for the assessor and how to get a hold of her.
Okay.
So, I don't know if you wanna give them copies of all of this, probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay. All the stuff that was in the packet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, if you wanna give them mine, that's fine, I got all that at home anyway. All right,
Well, now, wait a minute, if you go through this,
that CSM and everything, that was old papers.
oh,
Okay, because we had to look it up to find out what lot number 1 and 2 numbers were. And John just included that. That's all been done back in 21, I think it was. He just included the paperwork from previous. Because Larry had sold the property, and then those people had sold the property to Corey and Kurt, and now they're going to build on this property. It's a popular piece of land right now.
but on this thing, that you saw this petition for zone change?
No, that was from 21, that's all done.
21, so that's the absolute, okay.
Absolutely worthless to us at this point. It was just added in there so we could look up numbers and stuff, so.
So tires,
Tires. All right, we got one from Pops for $13,840.06. And we got one for tire disposal, $9,333. It's for 6 tires, disposal of 5 on each.
And what was the reasoning for tire change? What?
What's the reasoning for tires?
They're shot. You're down to the casing even on the front ones. You can't move them anywhere. And they're gonna keep the sixth one that's actually in good shape, because these are hard to get, because they're an on-size tire. Just in case you have a problem with one of the ones you put on, it'll be able to take that tire that you're keeping, that's the only one that's in good shape, and remount it if they have to send the other tire in to get repaired.
Up to this point, we've just replaced the drive tires and put the ones, as long as the casings are okay, they could go on the front.
But you can't. You're down to the casings on almost all of them, except for the one.
I beg to differ.
Right.
I guess the way that I look at it is I like to try to stretch what we have on there out a little bit more, and then just do all six.
Well, I'm not saying we have to do these today, but we need it in 25's budget.
Well,
That's different.
that's not a question.
Well,
I didn't know that.
okay, and also I have, isn't it Briggs and Wrenches gonna give me a price or look at the grader? Was it them or was it?
Well, you had a call into.
I got one into Jeff, he's coming this week.
Yeah, Riggs and Wrenches, we're gonna take a look at it too.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna find out how much it's gonna cost to get the oil leaks and all that garbage that is on it.
And we bought it from St. Joe's, correct?
I have no idea where the hell we
St.
bought it.
Joseph Equipment Oak Cross. They were the dealer.
I talked to Jeff, is it today, or this morning, and he's coming out this week, he works on graders too, so he says he doesn't do anything with tires, but he does repairs, so. maybe
That's
we'll
what
get it.
you said was up at Stratford.
Yeah, up on 97, north of Stratford.
So do we need to reach out to St. Joe's and La Crosse? Or we bought
That'd
it?
give us three then.
Oh, that's nice.
Can you get an address or a phone number or something? and-
There should be something in the shop, or I
Okay.
can Google it. Well,
Well, if we get Briggs and Wrenches and Jeff Martin's and the other one, at least we'll get some prices and see what the heck it's gonna cost to get it fixed.
So are the leaks in from the oil pump to the front, to the blade, to the?
what, basically,
circle?
from what I've seen, and you can correct me back there, you've done more greasing than I have, but basically, I believe that we have a crank seal that's out on the engine itself, I think, right?
Possibly, or. it
Because
could
that's
be the
engine
oil
oil.
pan, it could be the oil pan, it could be the head gasket, it could be almost anything on the engine. You've got your transmission, I haven't been able to track, it's not holding as much oil as it should, but I can't find a leak on that. All of your hydraulic rams, with the exception of maybe one, are leaking. I can't fix it.
So you're just gonna put seals in them?
Well, they'd have to look at the rams first. I'm not a ram guy, so.
I'm not either, that's why I'm asking the question.
Well, we're
I'm,
gonna
just
get
by
I have
looking
to
at
find out
it,
what it's gonna cost, they're gonna come out
Okay.
look at it and let us know.
I mean, we're gonna try to do kit rebuilds on them if they're
Right.
acceptable.
just by looking at the cylinders, they look like they're in good shape, but it should just be a repack job, but I don't know that for a fact. You'll know more when they tear them apart.
Anyway, that's where that's at. Approval of fire chief, I wanna move that till after closed session. Is that an issue?
After?
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Okay. And now we can go into closed session, we might want to head back in the office. Otherwise, putting everybody out in the cold is a little much.
We should wear our own underwear.
Thank you.
Wear our own underwear.
Pretty close right along.
Yeah,
We're gonna reconvene into open session. What we did decide to do was, we're gonna be calling in a couple guys for the full-time position for highway. And, what else? We'll get them called in, see who's interested yet at this point.
thing about the charges,
About what?
the charges, the charging for the accidents.
Oh, yeah, we had talked with Lori about, charging non-residents, and she's going to get us the paperwork and stuff on that. And what else was there, Lori?
State highway.
Huh?
The state, that's the state.
Oh, the
highway
state.
paperwork.
Yeah, she's gonna get the information on that.
And her follow-up
And-
from January, when you talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
follow up
yeah.
in January on all of that, so.
So does that mean we're gonna, postpone the approval of the fire chief until we have all that information in January?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Legally, you can't, because as of midnight, December 31st, you will not have an active fire chief.
What'd you say?
Legally, they cannot wait until January to approve, because per the state statute, after midnight, December 31st, you will no longer have an active fire chief. And per the state statute, you can't.
Well, give me that state statute sometime this week.
Okay.
So can we do it at the next meeting?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I wanna see it first.
Huh?
I wanna see the state statute first.
Well,
So then we need a motion to adjourn. That was last.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. John, here's the bills for those 2 trucks. Hey, do you happen to hear anything about these grants at all?
My name is Eddie Antoine. Nice to meet you.
I like Tom.
I think I did this first one, didn't I? Kurt and Cody?
School board is.
Yeah. It's for the city of Marshfield for quite a while.
I got it good out here. Bloom.
There's some
I guess I'll send it back to sometime.
For at least
No.
all day.
No, don't go bother with it.
One of the county. I was just gonna send.
This one. That one is not, that's